the day.
There can only be one champion, one team to cut down the nets. All season, the ECC's best have knocked each other down, preparing for the chance to be the one. Waterford, fresh off a near 40-point blowout at Bacon Academy, has re-established itself as the league's most exciting team. Walker Sutman and Liam Spellman have been consistent. J.J. Brennan has added scoring. Omar Rahman is a lockdown defender, and well, there's always Superman. The Lancers have won 9 straight. The last team to beat them, New London, the green and gold standard of ECC excellence. Craig Parker's Whalers dominated Waterford in January, with Gio Lopez chasing Mikey Bassetto and Isaiah Benson playing his best game of the year. That was at the John T. Conway Gymnasium. This one will be at the X. The Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse will be full and loud. The Lancers will be looking for payback, and the Whalers will again look to tug on Superman's cape. It's semifinal Saturday in the ECC. It's for a chance to be the one, and it's on Game Day live on theday.com.
It has become the premier place for big games in the ECC. The X, the Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse at Waterford High School. And tonight is the second of semifinal Saturday, and you're watching it on Game Day, live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill and the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien. And we've got familiar faces in new places.
Yeah, well, welcome to Waterford High School. The Waterford Lancers trying to get back to the ECC final, a game which they lost last year to Ledyard, Casey. And we've got, guess who? The Party Crashers, the New London Whalers, and Craig Parker.
Prior to the season, we talked about how good Waterford was going to be. We talked about Mikey Bassetto, and we slept a little bit on the green and gold standard of the ECC, the New London High School Whalers. And that team, and that guy right there, Gio Lopez, has had a magnificent season, and they took it to these Lancers earlier this year.
Yeah, they most certainly did, Casey. They were very tough and very physical with Waterford. And this has been a 2-year coaching project for Coach Craig Parker and his staff, and they've done a heck of a job. They don't have the best basketball players. They certainly don't have the best athletes over there, but they've bought into his system, and they scrap, and they play real hard for Coach Parker.
Well, earlier this year, we started calling Mikey Bassetto Superman, but what color is kryptonite? It's green.
Yeah.
And earlier this year, they were the kryptonite for Superman. Tonight, Gio Lopez and the crew, will they have a different game plan? How will Waterford respond? These are the matchups we look forward to. Let's take a look at the players to watch.
Yeah, sure thing, Casey. For Waterford, how about senior point guard Mikey Bassetto, the leader, the scorer, the defender, the Mr. Do-Everything for this Lancer team. Bassetto is a wizard with the no-look zip pass and has tremendous court vision. Hey, and did I mention tough? Well, Bassetto will need to bring a high level of toughness to beat the Whalers and get the Lancers back to an ECC final. And for the Whalers, how about senior point guard Gio Lopez, the heart and soul of this Whaler team. Athletic Lopez is a tremendous lockdown defender and will draw the toughest matchup for Coach Craig Parker. Lopez, who could score on the break or knock down a mid-range jumper, wants to go out in style with an ECC championship along with All-State in football this year, Casey.
Absolutely. Now, Sports Doctor, I don't know how much you follow comic books and the world of superheroes, but we started calling Dev Ostrowski and Luke Leonard Batman and Robin. We started calling Mikey Bassetto Superman. Well, one of the New London supporters came to me and said, listen, the Whalers are used to being the villains anyway. We want to start being called Arkham Asylum.
Who?
That's where all the villains go, to Arkham Asylum.
All
He said, we're going to shut down all of these ECC superheroes. Don't forget about the green and gold.
Yeah, a lot of shut-down players, and it starts with attitude and toughness and just buying in, and those kids have bought in very well. We had a chance to talk to Gio Lopez back in November, and he said, we're pretty much sick and tired of all of Bassetto, the Hutchins, the Ostrowski talk. We're going to have a pretty good group down here in Whalerville, and he was spot on.
Well, the way they played gave New London a lot to cheer. Hey, Division I cheerleading champs, how you doing? They had a lot to cheer about the first time.
Sindel Pickett over there, look at her.
Because they had the approach of chasing Mikey Bassetto everywhere he went, and it was the come-out party for Isaiah Benson. He gave Walker Sutman fits, had one of the biggest games we've had on game day all year and made the sea of gold at the John T. Conway Gymnasium happy. But tonight, there they are, the Lancer Nation.
Yeah, Lancer Nation. Boy, I tell you, Casey, you hit the nail on the head. Isaiah Benson was a men amongst boys in that first game. And then, the taking away of space, making Mikey Bisetto and the Waterford guards very uncomfortable the first time around.
You see Rosie Nicholson in the crowd right there, along with Ty Pagan, Exario, the X Factor Melendez. Congratulations to the New London High School girls on their second consecutive ECC championship. They're heading into the state tournament undefeated and ranked number 1 in the state of Connecticut. It's a lot of good things going on right now. The Whaler girls are champions. The Whaler cheerleaders are champions. The boys trying to make it a trifecta in Whalerville.
Yeah, Coach Craig Parker has downplayed the ECC championship over the years, but he's got a little something over his sleeve. He wants to push this group to a chance to at least play for a chip. He likes this group of kids. He likes them a lot. They respond to him. See his coaching staff over there. He may not look too enthused right now, but he's ready to roll.
Well, in the locker room of New London, it says defense travels.
Yeah.
They're on the road today. Did the defense come along for the ride?
Yeah, it's a quick bus ride too for the Whalers too. About 6 minutes down the road, so they're ready to go. DJ Exum, one of the young coaches over there, and just always teaching, always getting things moving and getting things fired up.
Two of our favorites, Walker Sutman and Gio Lopez, doing the sportsmanship read pre-game. The assistant coaches for New London ready to go, and we are just moments away, and you can feel the energy picking up today. You can feel the X sitting on its edge. Let's talk about the keys to the game.
Sure thing, Casey. For Waterford, a little bit of home cooking. Feed off the emotion of Lancer Nation and play tough at home. Push the tempo. Play fast. The Lancers are at their best when they dictate pace and tempo. And last but not least, let it fly. Brennan, Pinch, Bisetto, Rahman. They can all knock down the 3, find the open shooter, and let it rip. For the New London Whalers, how about score? Coming off a 100-point performance versus Stonington in the quarters, New London will need some of those points tonight to keep up with the Lancers. Boards, boards, boards. Simple. Win the rebounding battle on both ends of the floor, and last but not least, play physical. New London was successful in their midseason matchup with the Lancers because they were tough, physical, and pushed around Waterford.
In a lot of ways, that New London game against Waterford changed the season for both teams. For Waterford, they realized that teams were going to go after Mikey Bisetto, and Walker Sutman really had to do a little bit, look in the mirror, a little gut check time.
Yeah.
And he really emerged coming off of that game because Isaiah Benson gave him fits. And Waterford learned that Mikey Bisetto needs some running buddies.
Yeah, they lost 2 out of 3 games in that stretch, Casey. They lost to East Lyme. They had a struggle against Stonington. Then they lost to New London. But you know what? They got themselves in a comfortable part of the schedule. Mike's Waterford won 9 straight games right now, riding high.
Yeah, the last team that beat them right there, the New London High School Whalers. Now the Whalers off of that win struggled a little bit as well. They rolled into that Stonington game in the quarters and pounded a good Stonington team. John Luzzy said, if they're going to make 14 three-pointers, they're not going to lose to anybody.
Right. A hot shooting night, and Coach Craig Parker just wants to have a few blanks left in the gun tonight. He's ready to let this kid shoot it up.
Well, the key for New London is going to be how they're going to find their offense tonight. The key for Waterford is going to be who's going to score other than Mikey Bisetto. And if they can get some balanced scoring outside of Bisetto, they are going to be lighting it up here at the X. And whoever wins the game will play Wednesday night against the number 1 seed, the East Lyme Vikings, who had a very impressive win over Ledyard in the other semifinal.
Yeah, and the front court for Waterford's got to show up tonight. We talked about the improved play for Walker Sutman, Max Mazzella, Liam Spellman, a bit of the Energizer Bunny over there, kind of doing everything for Coach Bill Bassett. So, that front court, listen, Benson, Elijah Parker, they're going to bring it for the Whalers. So it's important for the Lancers to step up and match that play.
Well, Sports Doctor, we are moments away. You see the Lancers there. They're teeing it up. We're ready to go. Let's meet all the players in tonight's game.
St. Joseph's Elementary.
Omar Ramo, Albert Einstein, 131.
Eric Pinch, Southwest Elementary.
Liam Spellman, the Southwest Elementary.
Walker Sutman, Great Neck.
Max Mazzella, Asurachi Elementary.
Trevor Yeomans, Great Neck Elementary.
JJ Brennan, Asurachi Elementary School.
Tyler Peretz, Ionic Center School. Ryan O'Connell, Quaker Hill Elementary.
Peyton Sutman, Great Neck Elementary.
Dylan Eckhart, Great Neck Elementary.
Caden Maynard, Southwest Elementary.
Giovanni Lopez, V. Harbor School.
And Jalen Benson, Harbor Elementary School.
Eduardo Gonzalez, 3 Points Elementary School.
Elijah Martinez, Harbor School.
Isaiah Benson, Winthrop Elementary School. Sincere Gray, Gallup Hill Elementary School.
Noah James, Harbor Elementary School.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I give you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
Game Day is brought to you by the award-winning Submarine Car Wash and Detail Center. Located on Route 12 in Groton, they're your local experts in auto detailing. A variety of car wash coupons are available on theday.com. You can print them and stop in today. Also by Family First Life. Family First Life is a team environment, hiring many current and former athletes because they understand competitiveness and teamwork. If you're looking for part-time or full-time work, apply online at familyfirstlife.com.
I will tell you this right now. If there was energy in this building for the first game, there's electricity in this gym right now. This place is ready to pop. You got Lancer Nation over here to our right. You've got the Whaler faithful over to our left. Owen George, I play football. I'm in the stands. I mean, this is big time. Everybody who's the who's who of high school sports and sports in the communities in Southeastern Connecticut, Casey, they're here tonight at the X.
Can we agree that Owen George is the smartest guy in the building? He was sitting amongst the entire girls basketball team. That's a smart move right there for the quarterback of the football team. Tonight's officials, Dave Cruz and Dan Kalis. We are ready to tip it off. Jumping for New London will be Devontae Wrighton, and for Waterford, it'll be Walker Sutman.
Kelly Green, the little Irish green out there, the little Notre Dame green for the Whalers, huh? Like that. Lucky uniforms by Chop Parker.
Come out, it's tournament time, the Whalers, and Sutman wins the jump ball to Basetto. Pulls up on Lopez, no good, in and out. Mazzella fights for the rebound, it'll be Whaler basketball. That basket's been tough all night for whoever's been shooting on it.
Yeah. You're just going to have to bypass the rim and nothing but nylon over there on the left side.
Lopez, nice job by Spellman. He jumped it, goes up for the left-handed layup, but Benson comes from behind for the block. Nice job by Jalen Benson, but it'll be Lancer basketball.
Boy, he's just one of those kids that really doesn't get enough love in Lancerville, and that's Liam Spellman. Kind of does a little bit of everything. You see the slip, missed the layup, but just extremely active is number 10.
Benson now with the basketball for New London. Kicks it back up top to Eduardo Gonzalez, and the Whalers will run their first offensive possession.
A straight man-to-man defense here by Waterford.
Gonzalez no good on his first three-point attempt. He'll take another one, second time, no good, and a rebound by Basetto out of the pack. He'll run.
Cover a lot of ground awfully fast.
And he's going to draw a foul right off the bat on Wrighton. And that'll send Mikey Basetto to the line. He'll shoot 2.
Well, 9 times this year, the Waterford Lancers have gone over 80 points in the ballgame, Casey. That's where they like the pace and the tempo. Way back in when they played Waterford, when they played New London, they only scored 67 points. So the recipe to beat Waterford is try to slow them down, and right away out of the gate, you see Basetto trying to push the tempo.
2 good for Basetto, and Gio Lopez will bring the basketball up for the Whalers.
9 times over 80 points in the ballgame. Impressive.
Gonzalez drives baseline, stripped by Pinch, but he had the ball on the end line, and it will stay Whaler basketball. Gonzalez with it again. Drives, looks to kick inside to Benson. Back up top to Wrighton from the foul line. Short, and Spellman comes down with the basketball. And I believe we're going to get our second foul on Devontae Wrighton already.
And you saw Benson attracting a little bit of double team down there. You get the ball on the block. Sutman and Manzella helping out. Isaiah Benson is not a secret weapon no longer for the Whalers.
Bisetto gets a screen from Sutman. Spellman, three-pointer. No good. Pinch tips, but it goes to Lopez. Whalers will run. Lopez kicks it into the corner. Benson, three ball, short. Benson, the other Benson, Isaiah, saves it, but it goes to Bisetto. Up ahead with Jalen Benson. High layup, no good. But he'll draw the foul on Jalen Benson, and he'll shoot two.
Chop Parker doesn't like that. He is up early on Dave Cruz. Sends a play on. It's no contact. 3 fouls quickly in the first minute and a half against the Whalers.
And we're going to see quick subs. We're going to see Elijah Martinez into the ball game. Quickly, he'll probably replace Wrighton. And then at the same time, J.J. Brennan into the ball game. And he's going to replace Mazzella. He'll replace Mazzella.
A microwave. Instant offense.
And Vinny Johnson.
Yeah. Old school.
Mike Bisetto, 4 from the free throw line. And the Whalers have yet to score a point. Benson handling the ball. That's Jalen Benson. Gets a screen from Lopez. Now back to Lopez, who drives. Left-handed layup is good. Gio for 2.
Yeah, well, that time the double team came too late. Gio had to step in and the delivery with the left hand. A kiss for the senior.
Bisetto off a screen. Lobs inside to Spellman. It's blocked by Benson, but Sutman with the heads-up follow.
Yeah, cleaning up the dirty stuff. Little lunch pail stuff by Walk.
Jalen Benson finds a cutting Isaiah Benson for the basket. Benson to Benson. Oh, the other way, Bisetto a little out of control. Benson with a rebound. Martinez runs. Wild layup is good, and the game is tied.
That's a close-range shot for Elijah Martinez. Usually he's more comfortable from 30 feet. Straight man-to-man defense here delivered by the Whalers.
Pinch wants a screen. Picks up his dribble. Dangerous, but gets it to Brennan. Brennan double teamed and trapped, and we're going to get a timeout from Bill Bassett as J.J. Brennan picked up his dribble in no man's land.
Yeah, tough place to pick up your dribble out by the half-court line. A little bit of a stagnant, I'm sorry, Casey, a little bit of a stagnant set that time for the Lancers with Bisetto not handling the basketball.
Yeah, a little bit different energy for New London tonight as far as looks like they're more content playing straight man and running up and down the court.
He'll save that trap when he really needs it. He'll save that the full commitment, the chaotic basketball, the up-tempo stuff.
Brennan, Pinch, Bisetto, Sutman, and Spellman. Lopez, Benson, Martinez, and Gonzalez for New London. Bisetto swings, Pinch drives, tipped to Brennan. Back to Pinch.
Got to get the ball out of the trap spots if you're Waterford.
Nice look from Pinch to Sutman. He missed the little jump shot, but Spellman saves it. Bisetto gets a screen, zip pass, hits Spellman in the chest, but the pinball goes back to Pinch. All the way to the basket. The diminutive one, Eric Pinch for 2.
The good touch, the shooter's roll. The delivery by number 1, Casey. Getting to the rim. Pinch and a pinch.
Oh, and Bisetto rejects Lopez. Mikey just flew like Superman. Oh, that's going to get the crowd going. Benson to a cutting Benson, misses the layup.
You had it.
Bisetto zips it ahead to Brennan, and Waterford will reset.
Boy, New London will look to trap along the sidelines whenever they can. They'll roll an extra defender over there.
Brennan crazy to the basket. Isaiah Benson with a block. He
number.
Pushes ahead. Gonzalez drives to the basket, finds Isaiah Benson for the layup.
Got numbers, attacking the pressure. Right now, New London playing at Waterford's game, beating them up the floor, getting easy buckets in transition.
Pinch drives all the way to the basket. Wild shot, no good. Sutman tips, and Jalen Benson comes out of it with the ball for New London. He pushes all the way to the basket, tries to draw the foul on Spellman, and he will. We'll get a block on Liam Spellman.
That's a good call. Dave Cruz was on that. Spellman with the body. Once the offensive player like Jalen Benson is redirected in the air, that's a foul in my book. A redirect, a little shove off his mark.
Yeah, I know he's so quick at cutting.
Yeah.
He looks like he's coming right at you, and he slips to the side. And a substitution into the game, we'll see Omar Rahman for the first time. The senior guard who's been a starter most of the year has some ankle injury, and now he's back, and he'll replace Brennan. Benson missed both free throws. Ball loose, though. Benson comes out with it to Isaiah Benson, and he puts it in.
Isaiah Benson with 6 quick points already in the ball game.
He gave him fits the first time. Pacetto picks up his dribble. Spellman back to Mikey. Straight away three, no good. Strong rebound by Rahman. In the corner, Rahman tees it up for three. Back rim, no good. Sutman clears to Pacetto, who drives. Blocked by Benson. Gio Lopez runs right over the top of Eric Pinch. Great job by the senior guard for Waterford.
Yeah, a little reckless that time by Gio Lopez. Head down, man down, as they would say. Eric Pinch stepping in, taking in charge.
Pacetto with Lopez on him. Blows right by him. Floater, no good. Offensive foul. Jalen Benson stepped in and drew the charge on Mikey.
Casey, neither one of these teams have a real shot blocker out there, but, when you're taking charges, you're actually becoming the rim protector, the basket protector. Stay at home. The book is for both these teams. Stay at home, let them come in, draw the charge.
Jalen Benson now with the ball, drives past Spellman, kicks. Isaiah Benson, baseline jumper, no good. Gio Lopez rebounds, pulls up, in and out, and Spellman, nice job with the rebound, but he's harassed by multiple Whalers and will get a foul on Isaiah Benson. That's the 5th team foul on New London.
Coach Parker obviously telling Cruz that. We got 5 fouls, they got 2.
Pacetto, pump fake, drains the jumper.
Yeah, good looking that time by Mikey Pacetto. 6 points thus far in the game.
Gonzalez now, he'll run the offense for New London. Brand new ball game, tied at 10. Long three, straight away, back iron, no good. Sutman with the strong rebound, but he turns it over to Lopez. He crashes into Pacetto, and he's going to draw a charge. Nice job by the senior guard of Waterford. Gives Lopez the foul.
I think that was a good call. I think Dan Kalis had that one right on. Chop's not happy with that, but I think that was a good call. Gio went in head down with a head of steam, and he ran right over Pacetto.
Second foul on Lopez. Up ahead, Spellman. Turns, faces the basket. Jump shot, falls. Oh. Nice shooter's touch there by Liam Spellman.
That went from a brick to shooter's touch, quick. Wow.
It's funny how that happens.
Yeah.
Benson drives all the way to the basket, hangs in the air. There's the scorer of Jalen Benson.
Yeah, that time you saw the extension and the rise up and the finish at the rim. Nice strong move by Jalen Benson.
We're going to get Nick Fleetwood into the game. He's going to replace probably Gio Lopez. Little controversy down here as Pacetto appeared to lose the ball out of bounds, but they're going to keep it as Waterford basketball.
Well, this is one of those games where you got 10 athletes up and down on the floor.
Now Nick Fleetwood will take the responsibility of guarding Mikey Pacetto. There's a screen from Sutman. Pacetto, nifty, pulls up, jumper, back iron. Whalers come out of the pack. Nice pass up ahead to Lalo Martinez. Oh, what a beautiful body control by Martinez.
Baseball pitcher. Pretty good one at that.
Yeah, good one. Rahman drives by Martinez. Bullies his way to the basket, and an offensive foul. Jalen Benson's drawn 2.
Well, that's the book right now. Waterford is shoving everything down the right-hand side of the lane. The London defenders standing in, staying on the block, and defending the rim. A lot of one-on-one basketball going on for Waterford. Not a lot of passing. We usually see them moving the basketball, but it's a lot of A lot of hero basketball right now for the Lancers.
Gonzalez shakes pinch, drives, wild layup is good. Eduardo Gonzalez.
5 players have scored points in the first quarter for the London Whalers, Casey.
Spellman pulls up from the baseline, no good. Bisetto tips it to Sutman, who knocks it down. Whalers want to hold for the last shot, go in with at least a 2-point lead at the end of the quarter.
We spread the floor, get Gonzalez free, going to the basket.
There he goes all the way, draws contact but can't get it to drop. Whether that's on Pinch or Spellman, it's going to be on Spellman. That's going to be his second.
Little 1-4 set that time. Clear out for Gonzalez. Gets the high screen from Isaiah Benson. Picks up a head of steam and gets himself to the rim for 2 free throws. Textbook basketball, Casey, when you're holding it for the last shot.
2 from Gonzalez. First one back iron, no good. Whalers have struggled from the free throw line.
Oh, he's a good shooter too. You don't. That was back iron all the way. A little too strong.
Right out of his hand, absolutely. Yep. Trevor Yeomans checks into the game for Waterford. He'll give Liam Spellman a break. Second one by Gonzalez is good. 2 seconds left. Let's see if they can get up a shot. Pinch will have to try to heave. He does. 3-quarter court. Just short at the end of 1. The Whalers are up 3. Second quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live. Day.com.
The Storyline Podcast. Conversations with journalists about the communities they cover and the stories they report.
A few years ago, if I had been watching a made-for-TV movie about some future president who, and it reached a point in the movie where he tweets out a video of his former wrestling days beating someone up, I'd probably say that's probably where I flipped it off and say this thing is totally unrealistic.
Find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Game Day is brought to you by the award-winning Submarine Car Wash and Detail Center. Located on Route 12 in Groton, they're your local experts in auto detailing. A variety of car wash coupons are available on theday.com. Print and stop in today. Family First Life. Are you a current or former athlete looking to earn over $100,000 a year? Well, if the answer is yes, contact Family First Life at 860-317-1324.
Well, the story of the first quarter, Casey, is 5 different players in the scoring column for the London Whalers. Isaiah Benson leading the way with 6 points, and a little too much hero basketball, a little too much one-on-one basketball for the Lancers right now. And not enough touches from Mikey Bisetto on the offensive end.
Benson, Martinez, Gonzalez, and Fleetwood for the Whalers. Pinch, Bisetto, Rahman, Mazzella, and Yeomans, who just grabbed the rebound for Waterford. Bisetto will push, and we're going to get a foul on Nick Fleetwood. And that's going to put Mikey Bisetto to the line to shoot 1-on-1.
That'd be a 1-on-1 situation for the last 7:43 of the first half for the Whalers. See if they can take advantage of it. Mikey Bisetto is 4 for 4 from the line already in the game. 6 points for the senior guard.
I like that he doesn't take long. He's 3 dribbles and shoot.
It's a Mark Wahlberg approach to a free throw shot. Don't mess around.
One more for Bisetto.
Sports doctor approach.
Second one is good.
Why would you give yourself a chance to think about anything? Just get up there and do it.
Well, you
take the free throw,
discount
hit the
that
golf
there are
ball.
those people out there who, think about things. Benson all the way to the basket. Wild left-hander, no good. And a nice rebound by Isaiah Benson. He's going to draw the foul on Trevor Yeomans.
I think sports is reaction, instincts. I think less thinking is better. How's that?
Well, it's someone who thinks as little as you would. Long three by Martinez, in and out, and Mazzella with a strong rebound. You think Albert Einstein thought instinct was a good thing? Nice interception by Martinez. All the way to the basket, blocked by Mazzella, but the follow by Gonzalez is good.
Wow, Eduardo Gonzalez, Johnny on the spot with a 50-50 ball. End-to-end action here, Casey. What a block by Max Mazzella.
That was a Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome block right there.
Man.
Bisetto has Fleetwood. Uses the left, spins all the way to the basket. Floater. No good. Tip. And we're going to get an offensive foul. And Jalen Benson and Omar Rahman battling for the ball.
Yeah, and even that's tough right now for Mikey Bisetto. He's got no room to operate out there. I mean, New London is doing a great job on defense. Solid on-ball defense, Casey. You know what? And they're challenging Bisetto. They've got the guards who are athletic enough to stay with him.
Waterford puts Brennan back in the ball game. They're going to do a little bit of token pressure. Now they drop off into man.
You know, it's tough to beat a team with one-on-one moves when you have 4 or 5 guys like New London that can guard.
Oh, Gonzalez shakes Pinch, but Pinch recovers with the block and comes out of the pack with a steal. Up ahead it goes to Brennan. Pump fake. Drives to the basket. And a block and by Benson, but at the foul. And great job by J.J. Brennan. He'll go to the line.
Little guy taking to the rim, hanging. Little hang time there for number 20. I'm going to get myself to the line. Second foul on Isaiah Benson. J.J. Brennan missing the first free throw.
2 for the junior.
Played good basketball down the stretch for this Lancer team.
Yeah, he'll be a big part of next year, too, the post-Bisetto era here at Waterford. Cupboard's not bare, and J.J. Brennan will be a big part of it. Second one is good. Gonzalez controls the game right now for New London. Looks for a high screen now. Fleetwood will come up. Gonzalez drives, finds a cutting Isaiah Benson. Reverse layup is good.
8 points for Isaiah Benson.
Ball was tipped by the Whalers out of bounds. It'll stay Waterford basketball. Bisetto will inbound. Pinch now to Brennan. Brennan pump fakes, drives, and he wanted to pass to Rahman, but he dragged his feet, and they got him on travel.
Yeah, and I think it's the pressure D from New London that's making Waterford a little bit indecisive out there. They're on their heels. They are on their heels.
Gonzalez for the Whalers, and we're going to see Peyton Sutman into the game. He had good minutes for them earlier in the year. Gonzalez shaking bakes on Pinch. Great on-ball defense by Pinch. Gonzalez with the layup and the foul. Eduardo.
Casey, right now what you're seeing is the London guards are much more physical and stronger than the Waterford guards. Whether it's Pinch, whether it's Brennan. These kids are coming to play tonight. They're getting to the rim at will.
Peyton Sutman checks into the ball game right now, and J.J. Brennan will have a seat, and Bill Bassett wants a timeout as he sees his Lancers down 6 here in the early part of the second quarter.
If New London is going to spread the floor and run a 4-guard offense with a high screen by Isaiah Benson, sometimes the guards aren't using the screen. But, if the New London guards are turning a corner, somebody's got to man up, slide the extra defender over, the weak side defender, take the charge, or you just can't lose your man.
Yeah, that's easier said than done, I think, when you've got as talented a group of guards as New London has. That's why we said earlier in the year, this is perhaps the most difficult matchup in the league for Waterford because they're physical, they're guard-oriented, are the Whalers, and let's not discount the activity of the Isaiah Bensons of the world.
Can you go to a zone against New London?
It depends on which Whaler team shows up.
The Whaler team is playing right now.
I don't know.
I don't care. I don't care who shot 14 threes on Friday night.
Well, that's my thing. If they're going to do that, then you can find yourself down 15 in a hurry. Right. I like that idea because I didn't think the Whalers would shoot the ball, but when Gonzalez can shoot it, Martinez can shoot it, Benson can shoot it, I don't know if it's a good idea. But I'll tell you what you can't do. You can't keep letting them go to the basket all the time.
No. 7 points for Eduardo Gonzalez in the first half. And again, his commitment to get to the rim is what's got him 7 points.
Peyton Sutman with the rebound, but he loses it to Gonzalez. He brought it down low, and the guard picked it off. Martinez, long 3, no good. And Rahman comes down with it. Now Bisetto, get a little acting job there on Fleetwood.
Little flop job there by number 5.
Stutter step, pull up, 3-ball, got it!
And a crossover that time by Bisetto to create a little bit of space. It just needs a split second, that time to cross over and knock down a 3 for number 5. Smart basketball play right there by Mikey Bisetto.
Gonzalez drives baseline, reverse floater, no good. Isaiah Benson comes down with it, and we're going to get a tie-up with he and Peyton Sutman. Possession arrow favors Waterford.
Chop Parker looking for an over-the-back call. Not going to get it here, Craig. Semifinal game.
Bisetto gets a screen from Mazzella. Pump fake, pulls in and out. Ball tipped. Peyton Sutman goes up, and he's going to draw a foul. Nice work there from the sophomore. With an even 5 minutes remaining, a couple free throws, all that separate Waterford from being within a point. Looked like New London was going to pull away, but nice job by regrouping.
Yeah, and Bisetto's had some touches. You know, he hit the 3, get himself going a little bit. He had a touch on that offensive possession. 2 free throws by Peyton Sutman, and next thing you know, could be a 1-point game right here. Beautiful stroke.
Didn't hit the rim on either one, knocked him down.
Boy, see a lot of rainbow free throw shooting these days, huh? Old school, Robert Parrish.
1-point game. Whaler have the ball and the lead. Gonzalez drives by pinch. Benson with the 3. High arcer, back rim. Isaiah Benson comes down with it.
You just got to find a way to clear him out on the glass. I mean, put a body on him. Just get him out of there.
He's such a quick leaper.
Yeah, if he's hanging around the paint or the rim, he's going to get to the ball.
There's a tip from Benson, no good, and Max Mazzella puts the body out. But Jalen Benson knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay Waterford ball.
If I'm a Waterford Lancer guy that's assigned to Isaiah Benson, as soon as the shot goes up, I find him and, ride him into the front row of the stands or something. Just keep him away from the. He's tremendous on the rebound.
Bisetto wants a screen, sends pinch, he gets it, drives, little floater in the lane is short. His own rebound up, no good. And 2 Whalers don't talk, and it stays here.
Couple good touches by Bisetto. He needs him. He needs him in rhythm of the ball game. He doesn't need to force him. The last couple trips down, got a 3, missed a jump shot. But he's the guy he's the catalyst of this team.
Finds a cutting Rahman. Nice defense by Benson. Turnover.
Yeah, Rahman's got to come out.
Tweak that ankle. That's the ankle that he's been injured on, and he's going to go straight into the locker room with the trainer.
Got to come out. Tough kid, tough young man, trying to grind it out a little bit.
Yeah, it's disappointing, too. You come back from an injury. That's tough. Gonzalez drives baseline, stutter steps, kicks. Martinez for a 3, no good. There's Benson again with another rebound. Passes off to Jalen Benson, and he drains the 3.
The law firm, Benson to Benson. The offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. I'll take 3, please.
Oh, now that is a savvy, smart play by Mikey Bisetto. He got Fleetwood on his hip, put the brakes on, Top Gun style, and let Fleetwood just run right over him, gets the foul, and he goes to the line.
Requesting a flyby.
Hey, I'm going to put on the brakes. He's going to fly right by. Yeah. That's a smart play from the senior guard.
I thought the pattern was full.
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. That's right. Boy, are we old.
Yes, sir.
One more.
Yes, you are.
Oh, that one doesn't go down for Bisetto. And we're going to get a touch foul on Peyton Sutman, and that's going to send Isaiah Benson to the line the other way. And we're going to get Walker Sutman back into the game. He's going to replace Pinch, and this is the biggest lineup Waterford's had. Mazzella, Sutman, and Sutman on the floor all at the same time. So Isaiah Benson, they call him Chocolat. He drains the first one.
Rattles it.
Yes.
That was not a drain. That was a rattle, my friend.
One more, and he knocks that one down.
10 points for the senior forward, Isaiah Benson.
Back to a 5-point lead.
Sneaky 5-point lead.
Bisetto finds Brennan, 3 from the corner, no good. Mazzella with the rebound. Bisetto with a long 3 is nothing but the bottom of the net. Benson tries to answer, and he does. Back-to-back threes. Bisetto pulls up again, no good. Rebound, Brennan. Back to Bisetto. Tries to split, finds a cutting Mazzella, and the reverse layup doesn't go down. But picked off by Brennan.
Gonna help the Skelter pace out there right now. Don't shoot that walk.
Bisetto shoots from Stonington and knocks it down.
18 points for the senior. Semifinal game.
Gonzalez tries to answer that 3 and he can't do it, and Bisetto with the rebound. Bisetto in the lane, no good. Gonzalez with the rebound. They push in the corner. Benson fakes, drives. The little layup is good. Smooth from from Jalen Benson. Oh, Mikey finds a cutting Sutman on the other end.
We got a ball game now, end-to-end action. 2-point game, up and down the court, fast-paced. Players making plays.
Martinez, 3-ball, no good. Nice clear out by Mazzella, seals it. Bisetto up ahead to Brennan. Mikey, long 3, in and out.
I got Sutman fighting for the rebound.
And he fell down on the end line. It'll be Whaler basketball. Boy, if Mikey Bisetto hit that one, it would have brought the house down.
That was from, what's on the other side of Stonington? West Philly. North Stonington.
North Stonington.
Yeah. The town line, out of Stater.
Gonzalez drives by Brennan, but Brennan smacks it from behind, knocks it out of bounds. Whaler ball.
Savvy J.J. Brennan knocks the ball out of bounds, pointing the other way. Always looking for something. Looking for a play, looking for an advantage.
Benson drives baseline. High floating layup is good. Jalen Benson is a smooth scorer.
Yeah, he's come to play tonight, Casey. 12 points thus far for the Whalers.
Intercepted on the other side. Benson, he throws it off to Sutman.
That's going to be Whaler ball. Nice job. Smart play. The coach and player talking things over a little bit. Bisetto and Bassett, the B&B boys, Chop Parker. I don't know what he's talking over. He's moaning and groaning over something. No?
Gonzalez, straightaway 3. Back iron, no good. And Bisetto with another rebound. Peyton Sutman drives. Floater, good. I'll tell you, I like Peyton Sutman's game.
A little floater, the little George Gervin delivery.
That's what happens when you battle walk all the time in the driveway. Gonzalez finds a cutting Benson. Back up top. Jalen Benson for 3. No good. Fleetwood with a high rebound. Turns. No good. Isaiah Benson tips. And Walker Sutman clears out the traffic.
Great action here at the X. Both teams fighting really hard.
Long 3 from Bisetto. No good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Lancer basketball. End-to-end action. The pace, the tempo, the energy, all breakneck here at Waterford. Sutman to Bisetto. Hangs in the air. Nice defense from Fleetwood. Out of the pack, ahead. Gonzalez crosses over. And the Whalers will hold. They're going to want the last shot. And Coach Parker wants a timeout with 18 seconds remaining in the half.
Smart timeout by Chop Parker. Casey going to talk things over a little bit with his team. Set up a last shot possibility. He does not want to go in the locker room tied or down by 1 right here. Bleed this thing down. Got your 4 guards set. Run your 1-4. Get your high screen from Isaiah Benson and turn one of your guards loose and get something going to the rim. I think a little bit in the last few minutes of this game, New London has fallen in love with the three-point line and hasn't gotten to the rim, which kind of helped build their lead.
Yeah, Elijah Martinez, who's a streak shooter, is not in the streak right now. Nope. He hasn't made any. Gonzalez, who's a streak shooter, he's been off a little bit. Outside of Benson, And that's right. So get to the basket.
Get to the basket.
And get yourself some easy points. On the other side, Bassetto was feeling it.
Right.
He missed his last couple. Same thing. Find the cutters. Peyton Sutton, great job.
Right. And on this possession right here, get yourself to the basket. Maybe you might get that three-point play, just not from 30 feet out.
That's right. Brennan's going to guard Gonzalez. Benson will inbound it. And as we see the clock tick here at the end of the half, there goes Eduardo Gonzalez. Crosses over. Stripped. Bassetto out of the pack. Draws contact. Layup is good. And we are tied at the half at 35 on a steal and a score from Mikey Bassetto. We are all tied at 35, and the sports doctor has head coach Bill Bassett.
Well, Coach Bill Bassett, are you happy with the pace and the tempo of the first half of the game?
The pace and the tempo is it's in both teams' favor right now. It's just a matter of who's going to just step up and play better defense.
Did you guys fall in love with the three-point line a little too much in the second quarter? Not get to the rim as much as you'd like to?
I would like to fall in love with the three-point line a little closer to the three-point line. We've been shooting some very, very deep three-pointers.
How do you close this game out?
We've just got to play defense and execute our game plan.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Casey, all tied up here at the X. Good ball game.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Well, we will be back with second half action along with our halftime show. Right on the other side, you're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I gave you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
Welcome back to the X, the tie game at halftime, 35-35. But the first semifinal game was exciting, and Sports Doctor, you've got some happy players.
Well, winners of the first game in the semifinal here, the Eastline Vikings, head coach Jeff Bernardi. Coach, in order to be the champs, you had to beat the champs, and you did that in game 1 against Ledyard.
Yeah, that was our message this morning at shoot-around. If you want to be the champs, you got to go through the best. Ledyard's pretty much been the staple of this conference for a couple years. So we got an opportunity, and we took full advantage of it.
Now, defense proved to be big down the stretch of that game. You had a couple of turnovers. It was a tie game, 2-point game with a minute to go. Defense won you that game down the stretch.
We've been preaching that since day one. We do shell drill every day for 10 minutes, and I harp to these guys, when we need to get stops, we need to be able to rely on our defense, and that's why we work on it so hard every day in practice. And I think down the stretch, not just this game, but a couple games this year, it's really been the difference.
Well, Dev Ostrowski, the leading scorer in the game, early going, the shot wasn't falling. I don't know if it was the left side basket, but you got heated up in the third quarter a little bit. A shooter shoots, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, today wasn't my day at all, but everyone else stepped up today. TJ with the defense on, Trevor Hutchins, and then Luke with that and one at the end, and then JR's giant 3, which was amazing.
Right.
So.
We were sitting there, we're watching the game, Coach, and somebody's got to step up. Somebody's going to make a big shot. So why not the streak shooter and J.R. Gandenberger? Yeah. JR, you knew your number was going to be called down the stretch of this game. You were ready for it.
Yeah. I mean, nothing was really falling all game, but I just stayed there mentally because I knew that there was going to be a time where my team's going to need me. So,
yep. Perfect.
Coach talks about Luke Leonard being the heart and soul out there. They're refusing to lose. Is that what you get from the defensive end, where you have to make a contribution out there?
You just gotta. When the game's on the line, we gotta rely on the defense. And he left the ball there, and that was it.
Took it. Yeah, that won, man.
Now, JR, you've been around here for a long time. You're a senior now, and how does this feel to get to an ECC final?
Last year, I was sitting in the stands at it, and I told myself that I wanted to do everything in my power to get and play in this game. So, It feels amazing. Yeah.
Coach, what does it mean now for your program, yourself, and these kids especially, to get a chance to play for a championship on Wednesday night?
Yeah, our goal was to win the championship, so getting there is not enough. We set the goal to win it, and that's what we intend to do.
Is tomorrow off? Is there practice tomorrow, or no days off at Eastline?
I wish. School's closed. We're hitting a workout gym, so it's all right. No days off.
Listen, Coach, be in the moment, and guys, really enjoy this. This is a special time for Eastline basketball and Eastline sports, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
All right, Casey, we're going to see these guys on Wednesday night on game day as they take on the winner of game 2 here.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. We are excited ourselves. Second half action is to come. We're tied at 35 at the X in the second semifinal of the ECC Final Four. Join us for second half action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The Storyline Podcast. Conversations with journalists about the communities they cover and the stories they report.
An anonymous tipster said that the DOT workers and contractors on scene had to run for their lives as this dump truck careened toward them. Naturally, something that I wanted to follow up on.
Find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Game Day is brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life can meet all your life insurance needs. Contact them for a free quote at 860-317-1324. Well, Sports Doctor, there's a lot of excitement in the area. She might be sassy, but right now the feeling here is that the Whalers were playing classy.
Yeah, I think that New London kind of let that first half get away from themselves a little bit. They built themselves a nice lead. Maybe stop getting the ball at the Benson at the rim. Gonzalez was driving. Jalen Benson hit a couple threes, Casey, but you know how that three-point line goes. You can live or die by it. And I thought they got away from what built them a 5-point lead at one point in this game.
Yeah, let's not forget that New London played the majority of that game first half without Gio Lopez in the game with the two quick fouls. And he's someone who excels at getting to the basket. So when he's on the floor, he's always looking to get to the basket. And I think when Martinez is out there, he's more apt to settle for, more likely to settle for the three.
He's more of a chucker. Yes, he is. Have arms, will shoot. As soon as I cross half court, I'm in range. But I thought both teams relied on the three-point line a little too much. Bisetto needed to get himself involved in the game. He did. He got that 1-3, got himself some touches, got himself moving in the right direction. This is a toss-up game right now. I really expected New London to have a 4 or 5 point lead at the half. Credit Waterford, and maybe New London kind of let things get away a little bit.
I feel like this game was the same way in the first game.
Yeah.
New London, and they had got a lead. Waterford came back. It was very close, and then New London kind of took over late in the game. Waterford, it's no different. They have to find that second scorer. I mean, Bisetto is doing everything offensively, and they're not at their best if he's doing that. Liam Spellman being out of the game hurt because he's one of those slashers to the basket that Bisetto likes to find. Look for that in the second half.
Their second leading scorer is Peyton Sutton. He's got 6 points. I mean, he is playing second fiddle tonight. We're not talking about Eric Pinch. We're not talking about Liam Spellman. We're not talking about Omar Rahman. We're talking about Peyton Sutton. J.J. Brennan with 1 point in the first half. So somebody else is going to have to step up. And on the defensive end, they're going to have to learn to stay in front of those New London guards, keep them away from the rim, and force them into turnovers, because when it's Gonzalez, whether it's Jalen Benson, whether it's Elijah Martinez, Gio Lopez, like you said, when they turn the corner, they can get to the rim. There's your difference maker. There's your second leading scorer right now for the New London Whalers, Peyton Sutton.
So 3 things from the first half to take notice. Number 1, Omar Rahman re-injuring the ankle, and we don't know if he's going to be able to play in the second half, but I wouldn't expect it. That changes the physicality, the dynamic for Waterford. Number 2, how long does Gio Lopez and how long does Liam Spellman stay on the court in the second half, because they both sat a large portion of the first with 2 fouls. And the last thing is, does Mikey run out of gas? So much energy for him having to score the basketball is the relentless, nonstop rotation of guards. I mean, they've had Lopez on him. They've had Fleetwood on him. I mean,
Jalen Benson's guarded him, yeah.
What an advantage it is for New London. I mean, think about most teams have one guy. Gio Lopez, you run a Nick Fleetwood in.
Yeah.
They got the guys that can at least chase him around and make it difficult.
Well, that's how they're going to win this game, is it not? That's how they're going to do it. And they're going to sprinkle in, Isaiah Benson and a commitment to get to the rim. But listen, the first game when these guys met, you got right. It was right around the stage at halftime. And then New London got very, very physical with Bisetto. They pushed him around.
I think what Bill Bassett said at halftime, though, really made a lot of sense, which is he doesn't mind them shooting the threes. Go ahead and shoot the threes, but shoot them from this zip code.
Yeah.
He said we were taking some. He doesn't want those long threes. And I think that's one of the messages he's telling Bassetto and Brennan. He's like, threes are fine, but let's relax on where we shoot them from.
Yeah, let's not take him from Supreme Pizza down the road. Good ball game here. This is everything we could have asked for. Got a big crowd, good atmosphere, tie ball game at half. So anybody's game coming down the stretch in the second half. Played at a high level too. Played at a very high level this first half.
And the energy of this place will pick up as we go. Of course, the winner of this ball game will play those guys right there. The East Lyme Vikings, Dev Ostrowski, J.R. Gandenberger, along with Luke Leonard et al. They are the winners of Game 1, and Wednesday night, they're playing for a championship.
Boy, he would take no credit. I try to get Dev to, express the fact that he had 26 points and was on fire, and he gave all his credit to his teammates.
It wasn't his night, he said. It wasn't his night.
He scored 14 in the third quarter. He was tremendous tonight, and it's nice when you get a chance to. There's Mark Jones. He'll be playing on Wednesday night as well, coaching on Wednesday night. His playing days are long over. Sorry, Coach. St. Bernard's coach. A little acknowledgement there. You're on camera, Coach. You're on camera. Come on over, say hi to this. Say hi to the guys. Yeah.
It's funny, but when we asked Jojo Beltran, do you have any idea how? I asked him the question. Do you have any idea how good your head coach was as a player? And he went, "Yeah, I know he played at Dayton. I know. We've seen some videos. I guess he was okay."
It beat Dwayne Wade. The year Marquette went to a Final Four, they played against Dayton, and Mark Jones then beat him. It beat D. Wade.
I just started laughing. I said, "Youth." When they say youth is spoiled on the young.
Oh my God.
I said, you have no idea how good he is.
You tell them the Dayton Flyers, and they don't think it's big time basketball.
No,
where did Coach play?
Kentucky. He played at Dayton. I know that's D. I know that's D1, but
yeah.
All right, we're underway here in the second half. Whalers with the opening possession in this tie game.
Don't get me going on the history of sports in today's youths.
Into the ball game for the Whalers, Noah James. And we're going to get a turnover as Martinez got it off. And it will be Lancer basketball. So Gio Lopez, Elijah Martinez, Noah James.
Yeah, no Gonzalez.
And the Bensonses.
The law firm. The Bensonses?
The Bensonses.
Is that a TV show? Meet the Bensonses?
Just one Benson.
All right.
Pinch, Sutman, Spellman, Mazzella, and Bassetto, the starting five. Inside it goes to Sutman. Nice swing. Pinch drives.
Much better passing in this half-court set for the Lancers.
But someone's got to finish on the baseline.
Yep.
If Mazzella catches it there and all he's going to do is kick it back out, and that's not really an offense.
Got to be Spellman. Spellman's going to be the guy to look to finish down low for the Lancers.
Lopez back chasing Bassetto. Sutman now. And a nice save of the ball by Benson. And Noah James has it for New London. 3 ball, Martinez. Bank is open.
Man.
The bank is open tonight.
You going to take that one, Elijah? You got to call that, son. 35-footer off the corner of the glass.
Good hands by Jalen Benson. Stays here for Waterford. Inbound by Bassetto. Dumps it into Mazzella. Quick launch by Bassetto is good.
Mikey Bassetto's 4th three-pointer of the night for the Lancers.
Yeah, he's
having a game.
He's on the hunt for the all-time Waterford scoring record.
He's about, 95 points shy of that. He's the all-time leading assist leader in school history.
Coming into tonight, yep. Straight away, Benson for 3, short, and Sutman with a rebound, up ahead to Bassetto. Yep, he was 95 going into tonight, minus whatever he's got tonight.
At 19 tonight, unofficially.
All right, so 76.
Unofficially.
He's still got an entire half of basketball left as well. There he is with the basketball. Lopez on him, gets a screen from Sutman. Kicks in the corner, Spellman. Knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, good look. Liam Spellman's second basket of the game. And just a catch and shoot situation. No thinking involved. Let it rip, Liam. Like the shooters in rhythm, Casey, so much more effective than putting the ball on the floor.
Lopez drives, kicks back to Benson. Another 3. No good. You're right. Whalers in love. Other Benson picks it up, kicks back out. Noah James, no good. Strong rebound by Lopez. In amongst the trees, and he lays it in.
Yeah, wasn't that Whaler basketball? They've been throwing up three-pointers like they're going out of style.
The lob from Bisetto to Mazzella, and kickball out of bounds by Noah James. It'll be Waterford basketball.
A lot of three-point shots for the Whalers.
Too many. Bisetto spins. Tries to find Sutman. Back to Bisetto.
I had the extra pass. You got to give it to Spellman sooner if you're Eric Pinch. Move that ball. Swing it. Keep the ball moving. That'll create things on the baseline for Walker Sutman and free up other players.
Bisetto looks for a screen. Gets it. Quick trigger. Faked it. Gave it back to Pinch. Spellman from 18 feet. No good. Rebound underneath by Sutman. No good. And Walk and Benson tied up.
I like the ball movement, though. I really do by the Lancers. Much better in the second half. Swinging the basketball, try to create mismatches, catch the defense, napping a little bit in the backside.
Waterford basketball. Bisetto will inbound. Spellman pump fakes. Waterford will reset. Zip pass underneath from Pinch to Sutman for two.
Yeah, good look. Good look that time. Walker Sutman, 6 points on the delivery for number one. Eric Pinch. Boy, Waterford is at their best when they pass the basketball.
Lopez swings to Benson.
Look at Gio Lopez sitting up in the high post begging for the ball.
Long three from Martinez is short. Benson loses it. Sutman picks it up. He loses it. Bisetto, Lopez, who's going to hold the ball? And we're going to get a timeout by Waterford. Earlier today, the All-Star teams of Division 1, 2, and 3 were named, and we'd like to say congratulations to Dev Ostrowski of East Lyme, Trevor Hutchins of Ledyard, Gio Lopez and Jalen Benson of New London, Aiden Miller of NFA, and Luke Leonard of East Lyme, who were your Division 1 All-Stars. Mikey Bisetto and Walker Sutman from Waterford, Zach Scott from Stonington, Jared Smith from Bacon Academy, Chase Anderson of Woodstock Academy, and John Damajan of Montville. And finally, from Division 3, David Lopez, who played brilliantly for Lyman Memorial today, Hunter Belarjan of St. Bernard, and Max Lee of St. Bernard's, Chris Peasley of Plainfield, Clifford Jones of Wyndham, and Max Gregory of Griswold. Those are your first team All-Stars of Division 1, 2, and 3.
Congratulations to all those kids. Big-time years. Kids on the honorable mention list, and just a very, very good day of basketball and sportsmanship and awards here at the X.
Bisetto pulls up right in Lopez's face. No good. Rebound Sutman. Second chance opportunity for Waterford. Spellman pulls up just inside the three-point line. No good. And a strong rebound by Jalen Benson.
Yeah, isn't Liam Spellman better off shooting that three-pointer in rhythm on a catch-and-shoot situation?
Elijah Martinez is going to keep shooting. He has not knocked one down yet. That one goes out of bounds. And it'll be Whaler basketball.
Chop Parker is up and at him. On the sidelines for the Whalers. Not happy about that.
My mother in Florida, who's watching this game, says New London does much better when they go to the basket and don't shoot threes. So then my mom with classic sports doctor analysis.
Yeah, she's spot on.
Benson drives baseline. Back to Gio Lopez. Jumper short. Benson with the rebound and the putback. There's the Whalers' best scoring opportunities underneath the basket.
We're 5 minutes into the second half here, Casey, and no fouls, not one whistle thus far in the second half in the third quarter. Probably because they're all shooting the ball from 50 feet.
Absolutely. Pinch, stutter step, drives. There's Sutman, baseline, little pull-up, no good. Mazzella tips it, but Benson comes out of it. Up ahead, Elijah Martinez drives on Pinch and knocks it down.
Turning on the Jets was number 30. Got himself to the rim and scored.
Nice job sealing it off by New London. Waterford will reset it. We want to get the ball to Bisetto, but Gio Lopez just denying him. Now he gets it. Lopez misses. Bisetto drives, looks for a cutter, throws it behind Spellman. Lopez out of the pack. Sutman back. Gio with the left hand for 2.
Yeah, looking for a call there, looking for an and one situation.
Bisetto to a cutting Sutman. No call, but Spellman is there for the putback.
I like the action, Casey. I like the action at the rim, attacking the basket by both teams. Take the three-point line off the floor, please.
Martinez inside Benson. He tries to bully his way in, but we're going to get a reach-in foul on the floor. I think that's going to go against Sutman. And Benson draws the foul. We're going to get Eduardo Gonzalez back into the ball game. His first action of the second half. Noah James has a seat. Now remember, Gonzalez was also fighting an injury down the stretch as well.
Yeah, and I like the move here to bring in Brennan for Max Mazzella. Max is not really given much of an offensive option for Coach Bassett on the floor. A little bit of a smaller lineup out there right now for Waterford.
Lopez on the baseline now. Passes it off to Elijah Martinez. Lopez drives, bounce pass. Nice job by Spellman. Look at J.J. Brennan off to the races. No, but Sutman there finds a cutting Bisetto. Long three, straight away, no good. But J.J. Brennan tracks it down to Pinch. 3-ball, no good. And Eduardo Gonzalez, he comes out of the pack with it for New London. Oh, Eduardo!
Man, what a move. The commitment to get to the rim the last 3 possessions for the Whalers, Casey. They're back up by 3. Don't settle.
They trap J.J. Brennan. They hound him, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor New London. They tied up Brennan again.
Boy, it's so hard to pick up your dribble against the end line or the sidelines. And, you know, New London knows what to do. It's an automatic trap situation.
Nice job by our crew. Dave Cruz, Dan Kalis, right on that one. And we should give a shout out to our friend Josh Tiven.
Yeah.
He is the crew chief tonight, the head referee in Miami for the Heat Grizzlies game. Friend of game day. Congratulations, Josh. That's quite an accomplishment in only your 8th year in the NBA, the crew chief in Miami.
Tee it high and let it fly. I'll be out on Pebble Beach in March, and we'll see you then, Josh.
Gonzalez to Martinez. Whalers looking to try to hold for the last shot and take no less than a 3-point lead into the final quarter.
New London gotten back into things that worked for them a little bit.
Oh, hello, Lalo. Benson with the steal. To the basket, finds Lopez. Layup no good. But the Whalers have a 6-point lead. Folks, get a drink, get a towel, buckle yourself in. 4th quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I gave you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
Game Day is brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life can meet all your life insurance needs. Contact them for a free quote at 860-317-1324.
The battle of the cheerleaders in the student sections, 4th quarter time, winning time here at the X. Boy, how do you beat a big-time high school basketball game? I have no idea. It's crazy.
It should be noted, and I failed to do it. The New London girls are not the New London cheerleading are not the only champions here tonight. Waterford, the Division II champions of the cheerleaders. So we've got 2 cheerleading champions on either side for Waterford and New London.
And the girls' Waterford basketball team who are Division II girls basketball champions.
So both of these cheerleading squads won championships, and both of their girls' teams won conference championships. And their boys are playing for the right to play in the championship game. It's a good time right now to be a Whaler and a Lancer. 6-point Whaler lead. Bisetto with the basketball. Pinch drives, kicks out. Spellman for 3. No good. Mazzella came down with it, got it to Spellman. pinch. Nice look to Spellman. Brennan, step back three, in and out. Martinez with a strong rebound, and he'll run. All the way, and great job from Brennan. Draws the foul on Elijah Martinez.
Yeah. Good call that time by Dave Cruz. Lelo going in with a head of steam. Brennan held his ground. Picked up the charge. A little reckless that time for number 30. Good push and a good defensive stand.
Yeah, I give Brennan credit. That's standing in the middle of a freight train coming at you.
Yeah, he's a big kid. You know, when you watch Waterford operate in the offensive end, Casey, when they swing the basketball, the New London guards recover so well on defense. The way they pressure the ball, there's not a lot of room out there for the shooters for the Lancers.
Mikey with Gio Lopez on him. In the corner, Brennan fakes the three. Now pinch, wide open look for three. Back iron, no good. And we're going to get it up over the top. It'll be Whaler basketball.
Yeah.
Open looks, they got to knock him down.
Yeah, the extra pass that time, you had the open shooter, whether it's Brennan or Pinch or, Bracetto or Liam Spellman. Somebody's going to have to knock down, that 21-footer from the three-point line. They're good looks. They're good passes. It's good ball reversal. Just got to knock them down. Keep shooting them, though.
Elijah Martinez spins off of Brennan. Drives, floater, short, own rebound, put back, no good. And what work is being done by Isaiah Benson. He draws the foul on Spellman. He is just relentless to the ball.
Kid can do work, man, that's for sure. He's got a motor, and he is tremendous.
Waterford's going to go a little bigger here and a little more scoring with Spellman and both Sutmans in the game at the same time. Lopez with the ball for the Whalers. Bracetto jumped that route, so got rid of it to Gonzalez. Nifty to the basket. Eduardo, floater, no good. How did Isaiah Benson get that rebound? Finds a cutting Gio Lopez. No basket, no foul. And Sutman and Benson go down hard.
Boy, look at Isaiah Benson just doing dirty work. Get your hands dirty, son. What a big-time ball game from the senior, Casey. He is doing everything possible to capture a rebound on both ends of the floor.
And he got the foul on Peyton Sutman that time. That's just working
sacrificing, hard. Too. His body, everything he's got.
Out of the pack. There's a steal by Waterford. Up ahead, Sutman now gives it to Bracetto. All the way to the basket. Scoop shot is good. Mikey goes down hard, though. Other way, Benson's trapped. Martinez thought about it. Oh, Brennan jumped it, missed it. Benson to Benson. He's cut off. Gonzalez, three, no good. Tipped, and Sutman comes out of it. And Spellman. Frenetic action for New London, but no points. Brennan, long three. Got it! JJ!
Talked about another one of these players stepping up and hitting a deep three. Well, I got you one, sports doctor.
He was looking to pass. He was looking to pass. No one was there. He said, all right, I'll shoot it. High post Lopez. Tipped right into the hands of Gonzalez. And Sutman grabbed him. He didn't want to give up the layup. So Walker Sutman grabbed Eduardo Gonzalez. That's probably a smart foul.
They could talk about an intentional foul there, possibly on Walker Sutman.
Don't call that. If you could have your way, and they
he just called it. Yeah.
It's probably the right call.
I think it was more of a frustration foul on Walker. I'd have to get in. I mean, Walker Sutman's not a mean-spirited kid.
Well, all they're calling is that it's an intentional foul. Doesn't mean there's any malice behind it. He intentionally fouled him. Right. He tried to stop him from having a wide open layup. But it's a tough call as well. And that's going to give New London the ball as well. First, Gonzalez will have his foul shots. Whalers with a 1-point lead. First one is no good off the back iron.
Casey, is that a situation where if you don't call the intentional foul immediately, do you have to converse about it and then call it?
Well, I think he wanted to see if he saw him reach around and grab him on purpose, and that's why they conferred. I think it's a very difficult one to make.
Oh.
I just think it's a tough call. I don't think it was a question of whether they saw it. They saw it. They just had to decide whether it was
They didn't
worth
call
calling.
it immediately, though.
Well, sometimes, again, sports doctor, not everything is the Mark Wahlberg approach to refereeing. Sometimes you talk. Benson draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. Communication's a good thing. Like when you say to me, Case, is this something that I should do? And I say, think about it. Is this something you should do? And you go, you know what, I probably shouldn't do that. That's communication.
I got you. I'm going to do it anyway.
I know you would. That's why you're the sports doctor. Jalen Benson will go to the line to shoot two. Whalers with a 2-point lead. First one is up and good.
"13 points on the night for Jalen Benson. He's had a good night. Knocked down a couple threes, got himself to the free throw line. He's been productive in this four-guard offense.
Knocks them both down.
Sneaky. He's a sneaky scorer.
Pacetto with Lopez, hounding him again. Now Spellman will operate up top. Pacetto now, boxing one for New London. Brennan drives, kicks out to Sutman. Spellman fakes it. Brennan, step back, three. JJ, hey!
7 points on the night for the junior. A couple three-pointers in the last two trips for the Lancers.
Whalers pull it out. Three ball, Martinez, no good. Brennan with the rebound.
Bit of a knuckleball that time from Martinez.
Pacetto gives it to the hot hand. Zip pass by Brennan. Sutman. And the soft touch for Walk. Lopez pump fakes, drives, wild left, scoop, no good, but he'll draw the foul.
Gio Lopez coming to the high post on that 2-3 zone, grabbing the ball, making a move, and getting himself to the rim. Don't settle for a three-point shot and manufacture at the line. 6-1 in fouls here in this second half. 6 for Waterford and 1 for New London.
Yeah, I really like Gio Lopez at the high post. He likes to get to the basket. He has that quick first step. He can knock that shot down, too. That's a good spot for him.
And he attacks. Whether it's shooting the basketball in the rim, he attacks. Good point.
Misses the first one. One more. Misses two. Big free throws missed. Pacetto out of the pack now.
Good ball game here. Under 4 to go. 1 point game. Trip to the finals on the line.
There's Brennan. Another three. That one was long. Benson up ahead. Here comes Martinez to the basket. No good. Sutman. Pacetto's going to push. Has numbers. Stutter step. Drives on Benson. No good. Tipped by Sutman. And Isaiah Benson brings it down. Tied up. And a timeout, Waterford. Great hustle play from J.J. Brennan.
Yeah, Peyton Sutman in there, too. Very active. Boy, you got to love his ball game so far today. The sophomore forward, 6 points off the bench and active hands.
On this senior-laden Waterford High School team, it's a sophomore Peyton Sutman and a junior J.J. Brennan that have brought the defense and the scoring to get Waterford back into this game.
Yeah, they played well. Both players off the bench. Like you said, it was only a matter of time for one of those, there you see the Waterford cheerleaders, Division II champs in the ECC. It was only a matter of time for somebody stepped up and knocked down a big three. As the New London girls, boy, who does it better than them? Tremendous Division I champs.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we have been, we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
The experience, everyone told us that the ECC cheerleading championships were going to be a special event. Boy, was it. It was fantastic. Waterford now with only one timeout remaining in the game, something to consider with 3:18 remaining in this 1 point game.
Well, then we go back to the question I asked you as a head coach. Do you burn timeouts for possession or do you save them for situational basketball down the stretch? And you as a coach saying, well, my kid's on the floor would call a timeout every 30 seconds.
That's right. See, I don't mind
So
that.
I'm not going to refer to you for that.
I don't mind that right there because they was going to lose the possession. So
Well, you've only got one timeout left.
Okay. Basetto with a left hand, and Waterford's back up 3.
So it's a good timeout.
Yes.
Hey, you prove your point.
Benson to a cutting Benson, and the law firm scores for New London. Mikey drives, cutter, Brennan, no good. Spellman tied up by Elijah Martinez.
Good block that time by Elijah Martinez coming off the weak side. Liam Spellman crashing the boards. There's a jump ball situation. Noah James coming in, Casey for Eduardo Gonzalez. Gonzalez has got to be a little lame. That's why he's coming in and out of this ball game.
Yeah, he had that leg injury earlier in the year. I don't think he's quite 100%.
Played a good ball game tonight. He's got 9 points, but he's a little slow out there and a little gimpy. So Coach Greg Parker gonna make the switch.
James and Benson now. Benson has Basetto on him. Basetto harasses, and Benson knocks it down just inside the foul line.
Yeah, double clutch that time by Jalen Benson.
New London back up 1. Basetto now. Spellman pulls up for 3. Back iron, but there's Brennan with the rebound. Spellman finds Brennan. 3-ball is good. Oh, JJ's coming out party.
It's a big shots down the stretch against NFA. He's brought that same swagger and ability here. Boy, he's just ice in his veins, not afraid to rise up and knock down that jump shot. Greg Parker will call timeout. JJ Brennan says, thank you very much. I'll have another. We got the lead.
All right, now, my mom in Florida says, can we get JJ Brennan a shirt that fits? I got news for you. You keep shooting the ball like that, you can wear whatever size shirt you want.
Yeah, that's the spark they needed, Casey. You talked about, in the first game, who's that next guy to step up? Who's going to help Mikey Basetto?
And who did I say it was going to be? I said it was going to be J.J. Brennan. I said the difference between this game and the game in New London was J.J. Brennan.
Yes, you did.
And ironically...
That's why you're Casey O'Neill.
That's true. Ironically, it's Omar Rahman's ankle injury that let this happen.
Yeah. Well, listen, I was at NFA a few weeks ago and hit some big shots, and what do you have, 3 3-pointers down the stretch of that game, 5 3-pointers in the game. He's got 4 now in this one. And the big thing with him is the confidence. Yeah, Casey, the kid misses one, it don't bother him. He'll come right back and drain it again.
Eduardo Gonzalez back into the game for New London in crunch time. So Benson, Gonzalez, Noah James, Isaiah Benson, and Gio Lopez. J.J. Brennan and Mike Basetto, Peyton and Walker Sutman, and Liam Spellman for Waterford. 2-point Waterford lead. New London with the basketball.
Yeah, look for a backdoor cut here. A little 1-4 set. Look for a backdoor cut and try and get Isaiah Benson maybe coming off the baseline and getting a look at the rim. Spread the defense out, create the mismatch, get a one-on-one situation with number 23 for the Whalers.
Noah James. Gonzalez harassed, drives, draws contact, no call. Isaiah Benson gets trapped, throws it off Spellman.
I think I call off Benson. So the extra landing and throwdown, Isaiah Benson was out of bounds.
1:45 remaining. Let's see how Waterford approaches the 2-point lead. Don't get complacent. You like to run the offense here, right? Don't get complacent.
Yeah, run the offense. Don't put the game in the cooler. Run the offense. Find the cutters.
Spellman had a cutter, but instead Benson picked it off, and he's going to be fouled.
That's a big turnover right there for the Lancers. It's a wasted trip.
Peyton Sutman made a good pass.
Yeah.
Spellman made a good cut. It was just a couple inches ahead of him, and a nice job intercepting by Benson. That's the 4th foul on Walker Sutman, and Jalen Benson will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
17 fouls for Waterford, only 1 for New London.
And Benson knocks the first one down. These are huge free throws right now because there's a free opportunity to tie the ball game up for the New London Whalers.
Yeah, off of a turnover. Almost a 4-point swing, you could say.
Craig Parker's shirt is open. It's untucked now. It's hanging out of it. By the end of this game, he might have just a T-shirt on underneath.
Right.
Timeout. Look at
Chop. I told you. Look at him. Oh, my God.
By the end of this thing, it might just be a puddle over there.
We love Chop, don't we? He's wrinkled. He's untucked. Bill Bassett's got the sleeves rolled up. He's looking like he's got an IT guy, a little pen in his pocket, ready to roll. What do you call it? Those little
pocket protectors?
Yes, that's it. You would know that. The plastic thing you put in your shirt.
It's a pocket protector.
You would know that.
Well, the plastic thing that I put in my pocket's credit card. But 127, tied at 60. Brand new ball game here at the X. The winner moves on to play the East Lyme Vikings in the championship game Wednesday night, which we will have for you live here on Game Day.
I'm a cash money guy myself, and speaking of cash money, how about number 20, J.J. Brennan, looking to make some big shots. And Casey, last minute and a half, the ball has got to go through number 5's hands. Mikey Bisetto, whether he's the facilitator, the scorer, the assist guy, it's got to start with number 5.
What is it about the number 5?
No, it's been magical
in the ECC tonight.
Yeah.
You had Mikey Bisetto, Devin Ostrowski, Devin Rickerson, and Mikey Bisetto all wearing 5.
Yeah, Jalen Benson having a big game. It's unreal. Crazy.
That's right. 5s are the number to wear.
Game's 5-on-5.
Bisetto.
Cash money. Let's see who's got cash money out there for the Lancers.
Pull up. 3 ball. Mikey!
Yeah, that's who's got cash money. Number 5 says, get out of the way.
That's Superman for 3. Benson finds a cutting Benson. Tied up underneath.
Oh, Liam Spellman saying that's all ball.
They're going to call on Peyton Sutton. That's going to put Isaiah Benson at the line to shoot 2. Mikey Bisetto, no stranger to the big shot, knocking down the 3. Big free throws now for Benson.
Yeah, set piece off of a timeout for the Lancers, off of a London timeout.
Nice stroke. You don't forget that, as crazy as it is, since Benson's such an incredible rebounder, he was a wing player prior to this year.
The center now, the centerpiece of the Whalers.
Short rebound by
big miss.
Peyton Sutton.
On an even number now. It's a big miss.
2-point lead with the ball.
Look for a double team quick.
Lopez. Bisetto goes right by him to the basket. Wild runner is good.
I'm surprised that London didn't double him, try and get the ball out of his hands. Mikey took matters into his own hands and went to the cup.
Benson drives. Wild layup, no good. Peyton Sutton with the rebound, and he's fouled. Mikey Bisetto has elevated the Waterford Lancers to a 4-point lead. 37 seconds remaining here in the ball game.
Peyton coming out of the game. Eric Pinch into the game. Another shooter and ball handler.
There it is. Bisetto has numbers, and he wisely pulls it out. And now he's going to have to get fouled. They get it ahead to Brennan. Spellman back to Pinch. They're going to run clock. They're going to need to foul. No foul yet. And finally, we have a foul on Benson. And J.J. Brennan wants the crowd to get fired up. 4-point lead. He'll be shooting free throws. Not yet, though. Not 1-and-1 yet. New London has plenty of fouls to give. It'll be Waterford basketball. Spellman going to run stack. They get it to Bisetto. Here's the downside. New London's got a lot of fouls they have to give.
Yeah.
Turnover, though.
Wow.
Got to push. Noah James ahead.
Got to have it.
3-ball. No good. And down with the ball. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Waterford. 7 seconds remaining. And Lancer Nation is feeling it. They sense an opportunity to play in the championship game at home on Wednesday. And Bill Bassett calls his final timeout of the game.
Wow. Waterford's going to find a way to finish this game. They came out off of a New London timeout. Bisetto hit a big three, took matters into his own hands, got to the rim, winning time, Casey, for number 5. And it looks like right now a return trip to the finals for the Waterford Lancers.
And what a matchup that will be. Dev Ostrowski and Mikey Bisetto. Unbelievable. We'll have the number 1 and number 2 seeds, the rematch of Ostrowski and Bisetto for the championship.
Which team is going to take the home bench? Is East Lyme going to take the home bench on Wednesday night, or is Waterford? I mean, does East Lyme come into Waterford's gym and take their bench as the number 1 seed?
I mean, that's the funny part about it. They absolutely could.
Funny?
They're entitled to the home bench.
Yes, they are.
They're entitled to the home locker room.
Yes.
They can come in here and make Waterford go to a different side of the gym. Will they? That'll be. I don't see why they wouldn't. They're the home team.
What a great atmosphere. What a great ball game here. Bisetto time down the stretch. Touchdown pass, yeah.
Bisetto, little dipsy-do, misses the layup. 2 seconds. Final shot, no good. And they storm the floor at the X. The Waterford Lancers have defeated the New London High School Whalers 65-61 and have earned a return trip to the finals of the Division I ECC championship game. It'll be the East Lyme Vikings and the Waterford Lancers. Big effort by Mikey Bisetto, Walker Sutman, J.J. Brennan with huge threes, and Peyton Sutman, the sophomore, coming through for Waterford. We will come back with interviews with Coach Bill Bassett and some happy Lancers, but first, we're going to take a break. Come back on the other side. You're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I gave you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on the Day.
We are going to be down courtside with the Sports Doctor. He's going to talk with Mikey Bisetto, J.J. Brennan, and head coach Bill Bassett. Sports Doctor.
Well, a happy group of Lancers. Coach Bassett, Bill, a return trip to the final of the ECC, and it wasn't easy tonight, was it?
It's never easy against New London. They always play tough defense. They switch things up from the last time we saw them, and they always come ready to play. But my guys stepped up. We played good defense in the second half, did something we haven't done all year, and they stepped up and did what they had to do.
What's the message to the team when you're down by 5, 6? What's the message to the guys in the huddle during a timeout?
I told them in the beginning, we're not going to win every game by whatever. You're going to be in tight games. We have to grind through. Go through the process to take care of business.
Well, just about a minute and a half left to go in the game. New London calls timeout at a tie ball game, and off a set play, number 5 frees himself up for 3. Mikey, you had a good look at it. You knew you were going to take that shot and knock it down.
Absolutely. We ran it up in the huddle. We set the screens. We drew it up, and we just completed the play.
When you're looking for an extra scorer out there, too, you got a guy to your left, and J.J. Brennan. J.J., when your shot is not falling, how do you stay with it? What keeps your confidence to keep going back to it?
I just keep shooting. That's it.
It's money, isn't it?
Yeah. Money, baby.
Mike, what does this mean to you and your team and your program? You've been waiting for it. You wanted this shot again. It's been a long year since Ledyard got you last year in the court. How does this feel right now to be playing on Wednesday night?
Feels great, but it's just one step closer to our goal, and we're not satisfied right now. Last year, we still remember the feeling of Ledyard celebrating on our floor, so we're going to play East Lyme, and we'll see what happens.
Bill, East Lyme's been probably the best team along with you guys in the league all year long. How do you what's the feeling right now playing them?
After we lost that game to them, I wanted another opportunity to play them and see how we stack up again a second time. So we're very excited to get the opportunity. It's going to be a great game. We're going to play hard.
Right. The question now we all have is East Lyme is the number 1 seed. Will they be sitting on your bench? Will they take the home locker room?
That's above our pay grade, and we'll let someone else make that decision.
I can't get you to comment on it?
Well, no, but this win was for my Uncle Bill. Late birthday present. I know he's watching right now.
All right, the Lancers back to the ECC final at the X-Casey. What a great day of basketball. I cannot wait for Wednesday night.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. A little insight there. Bill Bisetto, Mikey's uncle, had to eat some crow after the Whalers beat Waterford earlier in the season. And Mikey Bisetto has been looking forward to a chance to avenge that loss and help his uncle out with a birthday present. And he'll be playing for the championship on Wednesday night. So the championship games are set. Your Division II championship game, Woodstock Academy and St. Bernard. And your Division I championship game, Waterford and East Lyme. It'll be a star-studded night, Wednesday night, championship night here on game day. Omar Rahman will get a chance to play again, and we will have all of that action for you. Sports Doctor, this is the game, quite frankly, that everyone wanted.
Yes.
This is the game that everyone was hoping to see.
Yes.
The electricity of that first game is still something we talk about.
Yep.
We're going to do it again.
Yeah, and I'm just coming off the court with these guys, and Bisetto to my left is shaking. Bill Bassett to my right is shaking. So don't tell me that this is not a big game and these players and coaches are not emotionally involved. We've got what we wanted. You got number 1 versus number 2. What a great tournament this has been so far, from the quarters to the semis. And surprise, surprise, we got crosstown rivals, East Lyme and Waterford, going for the chip. Casey, and it wasn't easy for either one of these schools. Waterford had to hang in there, overcome, and beating the London team that beat them earlier. And East Lyme was given fits by Ledyard all year long. But I guess when it comes to tournament time, you find a way.
And you find a 5.
Yeah, fives are wild. Roll the dice tonight.
And Mikey Bisetto and Dev Ostrowski, they're like two sides of the same coin. They're the scoring leaders of their school. They're the scoring leaders of the conference. They are both number 5, and they are the players that, quite frankly, the state is paying attention to. And we'll have them on Wednesday night. It'll be championship night here at the X.
It's tremendous, too. You've got 2 basically small-town schools, in East Lyme and in Waterford. We don't have a school of choice. We don't have we've got 2, legitimate programs here, and it's, boy, I tell you, it feels good. High school basketball, to me, is still one of the purest forms of sports. Still out there. Love it. Get your popcorn ready. Hey.
Get your popcorn, because we are putting on a show. We will have it for you Wednesday night. Pay attention, because we've got championship night in the ECC. Woodstock, St. Bernard's, East Lyme, Waterford. I'm going to have to rest my voice till then.
Well, I tell you what, too, quick shout out to the camera crew. They did a tremendous job all year long. We'll talk about these guys on Wednesday night. Connor, Tim, Eric sitting in for Carlos tonight, Peter, Mike tomorrow. Just these guys are great, man. It just, like I said, we'll talk more about that on Wednesday night during our final game.
And there's what it's about right there. The championship of the Eastern Connecticut Conference. For everybody involved, the Sports Doctor, and the whole crew, I'm Casey O'Neill saying, join us Wednesday night, everybody.